What's up, YouTube? So Ozzy Osbourne rescheduled his last four concerts for his No More Tears 2 or No More Tours 2 deal. Hell yeah. All those concerts will be rescheduled for July 2019. That's what's up. How you doing, Facebook? This would be a hand-rolled cigarette. You can see the tobacco right there. About to go. I'm about to go collect sticks. So, being as Halloween is coming up, why not make 21s for my next batch? Have like a Halloween blowout sale. Ooh. Hell yeah, Callum, that's what's up, bud. It is Dark Horse flavored. This is a bag of Dark Horse pipe tobacco that was sent to me by an awesome fan. And it came with a couple of cigars and like two big old bags of tobacco. So greatly appreciated. I don't ask my fans to send me tobacco, but they do anyways because they love me. And yeah. I mean, I'm not going to complain, dude. Free tobacco is free tobacco. It beats digging out of a fucking ashtray. Hell yeah, David. That's what's up. It's not horse flavored, you schmuck. It's just the name of the brand. It's not. Wow. People are stupid. What do you think of weed being legal in Canada? I think it's fucking awesome. I think it is beyond fucking awesome. I think if Canada can legalize it and do just fine with it, it might send a precedented message to the good old US of A. Maybe the good old US of A will be like, well, if Canada does it, and they're not having any problems with it, maybe we should consider hopping on board. Now, if I make 21s for my next batch, it'll take a fucking long-ass time to process and tube up. But once they're all tubed up, yeah. 21s in my next batch. Aw, yeah. I'm planning on it. So they're going to be like Halloween themed too. Ah, Chris was just kidding. Okay, my bad, Chris Hubble. I didn't. Uh, that you are, Callum. Trump, my man. David says Trump is addressing it next month. He wants Jeff Sessions to stop ducking, or he wants Jeff Sessions to stop fucking with weed smokers and take weed off the scheduled drug list. Yeah. That's what's up. I hope it's true, David. I sincerely hope it's true that Trump wants to take marijuana off the scheduled drug list. And he wants Jeff Sessions to stop fucking with weed smokers. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes. You and me both, David. David says, I hope Washington Post isn't lying. Well, here's the thing of it. Donald Trump's tax cuts for the rich put a whopping $109 trillion debt into our economy's budget plan. So right now, Trump's going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, this country needs money, oh shit. We need money, we need money with it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump's like, okay, the tax cut helped me out, but it kind of fucked the rest of the country over. So we need something to help the rest of the country out. So Trump's like, maybe we should legalize pot. That way, our country can make some fucking money. Oh, and pot brownies are super easy to make, Callum. If you Google cannabis butter, in fact, let me just... You know, I'm not a fan of Trump either, to be honest. But if he gets marijuana legal, who am I to complain? Straight up, who the fuck am I to complain? You know, if Trump does get marijuana legal in this country, I'd be a happy son of a bitch. All right, if you want to make an edible, this is the recipe you're going to need. Maybe Kanye West can talk him into it. Yeah, that kind of made me laugh when I seen that. I'm like, looky here, Donald Trump and Kanye West. And this, you're welcome, Callum. Here's the thing, Callum. If you make cannabis butter, which is the video I just posted in the chat, you add this to any food you want, toast, brownies, and it automatically turns your weed into an edible. Pretty straightforward. For those of you who can't smoke, and you know what I'm saying, maybe you're a former smoker and you don't want, you know what I'm saying, people think that you have to smoke weed to get the benefits. No, you don't. No, you don't. You can grind up weed, stick it in a like a double cooker on your stove, and what you do is you take like a little cooking cloth and you make a little sachet out of weed, So it makes like a giant weed tea bag, basically. And you let it seep and soak into your melted butter. And you want to cook it on slow. Good cannabis butter takes a minute to make. There you go, Callum. That's the way to do it. Callum says, I'm not picky. Brownies are a classic. There you go. There you go, Callum. There you go. If you want to make pot brownies, you got to have cannabis butter. Straight up. Cheesecloth. Peace out, Callum. No, but when I seen Kanye West and Donald Trump in the same room, I'm like, oh, look, we got the two biggest idiots in the country in one room. This ought to be good. Trump's looking at Kanye West wearing that hat and going, maybe I should have rethunk the hat. Like, I'm not racist. I'm just saying Kanye West is a fucking idiot. He's like, I don't read books. I'm like, okay. I'm too rich. I'm too fucking rich to be smarts. I mean, we straight up, dude, like. Well, Jeff Sessions is a dumbass. Marijuana smokers are bad people, Sessions says. Well, I didn't know that Jesus was a bad person. I didn't know that Bob Marley was a bad person. I didn't know that Willie Nelson was a bad person. Jesus Christ used cannabis in his healing works. Don't bullshit me. The first Bible was printed on hemp. A lot of Christians be like, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. That's the devil's lettuce. No, it's not true. Okay, you look at the Bible and it says God gave man cannabis to share. It's a seed-bearing plant. Exodus 32:34. And God told Abraham to put cannabis in the holy anointment oil. Which sounds a lot like potion making, but hey. Oh yes, Evan Allen, Jesus Christ himself used cannabis in his healing works. How much do you want to bet? Because guess what? Cannabis was around before Jesus Christ was ever even born. Think about that for a second. Cannabis was already around before Jesus Christ was born. Long before the so-called savior of your fucking sins was born, this plant already existed. Of course, I might have gotten the Bible passage wrong, but you know the one I'm thinking of, the holy anointment oil. In fact, let me just Google that right now. So I'm sitting there going, okay, why are Christians against marijuana? It's the most hypocritical thing on the planet. It's one of God's so-called plants, and you're sitting here. Oh, it's the devil's lettuce. Right. Holy anointment oil with cannabis. Let's see. Let's see. which an ad for CBD. That's cute. It says right here, then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brothers, and in spirit of the Lord came mightily upon David from the day forward. Samuel 16:18. I rest my case. Let's see. Kenya bosom cannabis in the Old Testament. Let's see. The first fucking fly. The first mention of cannabis in the Old Testament appears with the prophet shaman Moses. At the beginning of his shamanic career, Moses discovered an angel of the Lord in flames of fire from within a bush. Meaning that a cannabis bush was probably struck by lightning and caught fire, and then he accidentally inhaled the smoke, and he's like, whoa, dude. I want a copy of that link. I mean, here's the article if you don't believe me. Post that in chat. Only back then it was called cannabism. I don't know why they called it that, but there you go. It is kind of hard to argue with that. I mean, if cannabis appears in the Old Testament, I'm just saying. There's a lot of fucked up shit in the Old Testament, mind you. A lot of fucked up shit in the Old Testament. However, this is one of the few things that's not so fucked up. People are getting fucked up. That's the difference. I don't know about that, Ben Dobbins. I don't know about that. But one thing I've noticed is it doesn't matter what religious background you come from. It really don't. Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what religious background you come from. You get a bunch of people who are all smoke weed in the same room, and you smoke. Nobody gives a shit what religious background you're from. No one gives a shit what color you are, where you came from, how you grew up. None of that shit matters because you're all together in the circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. Have you seen the YouTube video where it's like a priest and a rabbi and this other person get together and they all smoke, and it's like, well, look at that. Like, I saw this video on YouTube where these priests from different religions came together in one room and all started smoking. And it was amazing. Yeah, you never know. But what I do know is if Trump decides to legalize cannabis, he'd make a lot of money. And I get the feeling that's something that Trump's all about, is money. What gave me that idea was seeing that, well, for one thing, Trump's all about money. You know what I'm saying? Trump is all about money. He brags about his gold toilets in his freaking hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who says, oh, yes, I have gold toilets in Trump Towers because that's how exquisite and fancy I am. You can shit like a rich person. Oh, I do declare. Here's the thing, CJ. Not every Catholic priest molests little boys. And the ones that are giving Catholics a bad name. Winter Peterson says, would you put gold toilets in your mansion if you won the lotto? No, not really. No. Most of my money would go towards my clock tower. Excuse me. Hey, Alice. Weather's looking mighty fine today. Let's see what we're working with. Ah, yeah, 63 degrees, baby. Perfect for collecting wood. Honestly, this is going to sound corny as fuck, but I don't think I've actually ever heard any Venom songs before. I've heard of them and might have heard like one or two songs, but that's kind of messed up, CJ. I quite agree. It is a rad shirt. The nice thing about living in a town full of trees is that there's an abundance of sources where I can get my wand wood. And notice I don't cut more than 2 off the same tree, you know. And that's just for the health of the tree, honestly. That is a fair point. A camo wand. Well, I don't really have brown spray paint, so not quite sure how that would work out. I have greens and blacks that I could use, or greens and a black paint that I could use. What's the best type of wood for making a wand? Fresh wood, cut from the tree. And because they're city property, it's technically not illegal. Can you make a wand to look like a cigarette? I probably could if I had the right colors. It would just make people Jones for nicotine, though. People have been doing drugs since the dawn of time, and now all of a sudden people are starting to have a stink about it. Like, now that the drugs that people have been doing since the dawn of time are all nature's drugs: frankincense, cannabis, myrrh, shrooms, cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Not the crack, but the actual plant, you know. Any sort of plant that could get you high, people were doing, you know. Fucking fly. Any sort of plant that people could get high off of, people were doing it. It's the Stone Ape theory. That sounds good, David. Well, to answer your question, Bruce, does the power come from the wand itself, of the person using it? It comes from you, and it comes from the air around you, and it comes from within. So there's like multiple sources. Maybe if you made a Monster energy drink wand, they would sponsor you. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Is salvia legal in Wyoming? I honestly don't know. Uh, I'm just saying for Wyoming to make anything illegal when Wyoming was one of the last states to raise drinking age to 21. So it kind of seems like, okay, you were being irresponsible, now you're trying to be responsible. What the fuck is that shit? Could you use your wand magic to get laid? Possibly, yes. When you hold your wand, picture the kind of person that you want to have sex with and visualize that person and tell yourself it's gonna happen. So mote it be in the witch's circle, and raise your wand high above your head and visualize yourself and the person you've envisioned having sex and all sorts of other things. And believe in your spell. That's another thing. That's another thing. You have to believe in your spell for it to work. Because the power of thought is a wonderful thing, Facebook. The power of thought is a most magical thing indeed. Think about it. A child's imagination is too precious. They don't need a VR headset. They don't need an Xbox or a PS4 or some stupid cell phone to have their own, you know what I'm saying? Children are able to create a world of their own to play in without the use of technology. This is because of the power of thought. You know what I'm saying? Like if they want to be cowboys and Indians or cops and robbers or astronauts, you know what I'm saying? Metaphorically speaking, I guess cops and robbers would be a more politically correct way of saying it, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a bigot or nothing, but well, Bruce, yes. To answer your question, yes. If you want to have sex with a bunch of people, which is, dude, you gotta be careful with that, bud. That's not very smart. It doesn't sound stupid. You're just asking a question. Well, then I guess yes. You picture, yeah, same answer. You're welcome, Brady. Really, if you have one of my wands and you want to use it for magical purposes, maybe you want to make some money, maybe you want to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and maybe you want to be more popular with your coworkers, maybe, you know what I'm saying? All of it can be done with your wand. Oh yes, my pipe walking stick is pretty much done. I've painted it black and green. I made the bowl slightly bigger, and the cob of it's right there. I mean, nothing against the way it looked before, but I wanted to make it look like it was a part of my collection of walking sticks. Oh, had the hiccups there for a second. In fact, I don't think I've smoked tobacco out of my walking stick since I've painted it. Notice I avoided getting paint near the bowl. There might be some right by the carb, but that's all right. Hang on a second. So let's see how my smoking staff does. I should do just fine, actually. Just fine. Oh, man. Yep, that smokes my tobacco just fine. Ooh. I don't know why that dark horse is so much harsher out of the walking stick, but I didn't get any paint near or on the bowl of it. Cool, man. This new staff is pretty pimp. Chris Hubble says it's a wand, a weapon, and a pipe all in one. Take a hit, club some trolls, and take another hit. All right, David, laters. This is harsh because it's burning the wood on the inside. Yeah. Now this walking stick has my personal touch on it. I made the bowl just a little bit bigger, but not too much bigger. And yeah. Indeed. That's kind of pimp shit. I don't care what anyone says. This is kind of pimp shit. You're walking down the street and then, oh, I need some tobacco. Rip it real quick and then keep walking. And people stop you. Sir, what's in that cane? What's in that pipe of yours? Tobacco. They sniff it. Okay, you're good to go. Wait, can I see your ID? Oh, wait, you're 27? Yeah, I'm also autistic. Got any more questions? Oh, well, okay, never mind, Mr. Saunders. You're good to go. Shit. You ever play Bloodborne? That's like the threaded cane, but even more powerful. Can't say that I have. Ting. You know, this walking cane kicks ass. Oh. It might need a couple of tobacco bowls smoked through it before it's broken in. But making the bowl bigger didn't really hurt it. If anything, it just gave me more smoking surface. Cool beans, man. That it does, Winter Peterson. That it does. It'd be nice if Trump could get marijuana legalized to make this country some money. But I guess we'll see next month, won't we?